Good morning, and thank you for watching this brief video on the history of China and Japan by Josh Gonzaga, Dillon, and maybe Dior Derwinskis. We will begin the video with the history of China. Enjoy. The Opium Wars, also known as the Anglo-Chinese Wars, divided into the First Opium War from 1839 to 1842 and the Second Opium War from 1856 to 1860, were the climax of disputes over trade and diplomatic relations between China under the Qing dynasty and the British Empire. Here's a video of the Opium War.
Neo-opium, ma. I don't understand a bloody word you're saying. Do you have the opium? I have opium? How much do you want?
I want this much. 谢谢。The Taiping Rebellion was a widespread civil war in southern China from 1850 to 1864, led by heterodox Christian convert Hong Xiuquan, who, having received visions, maintained that he was the younger brother of Jesus Christ, against the ruling Manchu-led Qing dynasty. About 20 million people died, mainly civilians, in one of the deadliest military conflicts in history.
China, in 1921, began its road down a communist path because of one man's work. This man's name was Mao Zedong, born 1893. He was a strong supporter of Marxism, which led him to become a co-founder of the Chinese Communist Party. Mao Zedong is well known for his first war with Chiang Kai-shek's nationalist army, the Kuomintang, which almost resulted in the communists' complete annihilation. After the communists were defeated, Mao's followers were forced to go on the legendary Long March, which lasted from 1934 to 1935, covering nearly 6,000 miles. Many perished along this journey.
The communists finally found refuge in Yan'an province after traveling for 368 days. Here, the Red Army would rebuild and eventually have a second war with the Kuomintang, this time resulting in the Red Army's decisive victory, and on October 1st, 1949, Mao Zedong established the People's Republic of China. The first reform Mao did was to redistribute the land to the peasants, giving them a place to live and food to eat. As a result, the peasants supported Mao. He became even more popular when the Little Red Book was published. This book is filled with quotes from Mao, and the people treated this book like their holy Bible. The Nanjing Massacre, also known as the Rape of Nanjing, was a mass murder that occurred during the 6-week period following the Japanese capture of the city of Nanjing, the former capital of the Republic of China, on December 13, 1937, during the Second Sino-Japanese War. During this period, hundreds of thousands of Chinese civilians and disarmed soldiers were murdered by the soldiers of the Imperial Japanese Army. Widespread rape and looting also occurred. The Tiananmen Square protests of 1989, also known as the June 4th incident in Chinese, were a series of demonstrations in and near Tiananmen Square in Beijing, China, beginning on April 15, 1989. In the late 1970s, the Chinese leadership, led by Deng Xiaoping, implemented economic reforms, transitioning the nation from Maoist communism into a socialist market economy. By the late 1980s, grievances over inflation, limited career prospects for students, and corruption of the party elite were growing rapidly. This concludes our brief overview of China's modern history. We will now continue to the history of Japan. Tokugawa Ieyasu was the founder of the Tokugawa period and the first shogun of that time. All of this was because of his glorious victory in the Battle of Sekigahara. Here is a video of the Battle of Sekigahara.
Hidden units, my lord! Treacherously meant to ambush us! Our ally has fallen to the enemy, my lord! A terrible loss!
World War II was an important part of Japanese history. After the Battle of Midway, the United States had gained supremacy in the air and on sea over Japan. This victory ultimately paved the way into Japan's defeat in World War II. Here's a video of the Battle of Midway.
3 bitter months after it was supposed to. When we shipped out for Okinawa, the airfield became a vital asset in the campaign. Among those stationed there are the crews of the U.S. Navy Black Cats, men who would risk everything before they would leave any of us in enemy waters.
Battle of Okinawa, codenamed Operation Iceberg, was fought on Okinawa and was the largest amphibious assault in the Pacific War of World War II. The battle lasted 82 days, from early April until mid-June 1945. After a long campaign of island hopping, the Allies were approaching Japan and planned to use Okinawa, a large island only 340 miles away from mainland Japan, as a base for air operations on the planned invasion of the Japanese mainland, which later changed to the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Here is a video of the Battle of Okinawa.
Everything that was asked of us, we've done. Every night, we lay in a filthy foxhole praying the enemy won't slit our throats. Every day was spent crawling through the mud and the dirt while bullets whistle all around. But this is the last time we're going to have to put our lives on the line. This is the enemy's last stand. When we take Shuri Castle, we go home, all of us.
With Okinawa now under Allied control, the United States was in perfect position to invade Japan. However, after estimating the amount of soldiers and supplies needed for a full-scale invasion, the United States decided to drop the atomic bombs, Little Boy and Fat Man, on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in order to save the lives of both Japanese and American soldiers. Due to the destructive power of atomic bombs, we decided to use a simulation bombing via Call of Duty.
今日は広島でいい天気です。今日はまた長崎でいい天気です。綺麗ですね。あれなんだろう。爆弾？長崎！
Thanks for watching. Missy Gawa is the best. We love you, Missy Gawa.